Horoscope for Capricorn, Tuesday, 6 January 2026. Welcome to Cosmologicaleb. Today, Capricorn, the cosmos presents you with a scenario of tension and potential at the same time. The Sun in opposition to Jupiter, the Moon in square with Uranus, and the opposition between Venus and Jupiter invite you to feel a tense rope between what you dream and what reality demands. It's like a bridge is being built, but you need to balance each brick accurately. However, do not be afraid. Jupiter in trine with Saturn and the sextiles between Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto give you wind in favor at times of greatest effort. The conjunction of the Sun, Venus, and Mars in your home drives you with physical and emotional energy, while Saturn and Neptune together remind you that discipline and intuition walk hand in hand. Today, prepare to transform that tension into a force that drives you forward, not to resist it. Breathe deeply and feel how the universe asks you to be an active part of its design. In the professional field, Pluto in the House 2 activates an energy of transformation in your economic resources. It's as if an old stagnant spring of water starts flowing again, but not effortlessly. Tonight, by reviewing your finances, you might find that a hidden expense or unconscious habit, a daily coffee, an unnecessary subscription, has been eating your budget. Pluto, the planet of regeneration through the crisis, invites you to heal your finances with harshness but wisdom. It is not a matter of cutting, but of identifying what no longer serves and giving space to the new. At work, Jupiter's pressure in square with Mars could manifest itself in the form of an urgent project that demands you more than you expect. Imagine that your boss asks you to lead a critical meeting ahead of schedule, or that an inopportune customer questions your decisions. Here, Saturn in trigon with Jupiter acts as an anchor. Respect the limits, but do not be afraid to ask for support when necessary. If you feel that the burden is too much, delegate a minor task to a colleague. It's not fear of failure, it's strategy to keep energy high. This day is also ideal for reviewing contracts or shared agreements. Pluto in House 2 asks you to examine with magnifying glass any pending legal document or loan. You may find that a debt is about to overcome, or that an old investment is being revalued. The key is not to let the tensile aspects, Jupiter opposing Mars, paralyze you. Act cautiously, but with the confidence that every adjustment you make today will sow stability for next month. Your physical energy today is like a spring, charged but in need of liberation. With Mars in House 1 and Saturn in conjunction with Neptune, you are likely to feel muscle tension in the lower back or shoulder area. This happens because Mars drives you to act with intensity, but Saturn asks you to restrain. The solution is to balance both forces. Take 20 minutes to stretch after each working session, or take a short walk in the open air to get off your back. On the ground of routine, House 6, daily well-being, and Saturn ask you to clean your physical space. It is not a radical cleansing, but small but symbolic actions. Organize your desk, throw away unnecessary papers, or replenish the soap from the bathroom. These gestures not only order space, but also order the mind. If you feel anxiety, try this ritual. Put water in a container, add a drop of essential oil of eucalyptus, and decree that each object you clean leaves with its old energies. Finally, the Moon at Home 8 reminds you of the importance of emotional ties to your health. If you're going through a moment of sadness, don't try to ignore it. Talking to a trusted friend or writing in a journal can be as effective as taking a warm shower. Today, your body speaks to you with subtle signs. Listen to them. In the field of love and couple, Jupiter in House 7 activates a desire for expansion and commitment, but opposition to Venus brings challenges. If you're in a relationship, you might experience a tension between what you want expansion, adventure, and what your partner needs, stability, routine. She proposes an exciting trip, but you prefer to spend the weekend at the house. Here, the key is communication. Say honestly what you feel, but also listen without judging. Today's energy is not to fight, but to find a middle ground. Uranus in House 5, on the other hand, brings unpredictable energy in romantic and creative matters. You may receive an unexpected proposal, an unusual message from someone you thought you had forgotten, or have a creative idea you can't let go of. If you're single, maybe you know someone who will surprise you with their originality. However, Uranus also warns, don't stick to something without exploring all the variables. In the field of friendship, the 11-house groups and Saturn ask you to review your social commitments. If you're in a working group or club, you might feel that some members aren't doing their part. Here, honesty is key. Don't stay in ambiguity. Pluto in House 2 also suggests that there are pending financial conversations, a loan, a shared expense, which should not be left on the air. Today, Saturn and Neptune in House 3, communication, learning, activate an energy of mental depth. You may feel that your ideas flow more clearly, but also that certain concepts seem more abstract to you. If you are studying or working on an intellectual project, you might have a sudden revelation. A book you read without understanding suddenly makes sense, or a casual conversation with a colleague opens up new perspectives. Jupiter in sextile with Uranus allows you to harness this energy to expand your mind. You may discover a new discipline, an online course, a transformative podcast that inspires you. The key is not to get stuck in the analysis, act. If you have been hesitant to enroll in a workshop or conference, today is the day to decide. On the spiritual ground, the Moon in House 8 invites you to explore themes of transformation. These are not radical changes, but micro-decisions that make a difference. Stop comparing yourself with others, accept that not everything is under your control, or forgive a misunderstanding. Today's energy is a lesson in wisdom. Not all changes come from dramatic events, but from small acts of courage. Since today there are tensor aspects, oppositions and squares, the ideal ritual is one of alchemy. Write on a paper any frustration you feel today, whether at work, in a relationship, or in your personal goals. Then place it in a glass of water with a pinch of sea salt. As you mix water, visualize how salt absorbs the energy of frustration and transforms it into something useful. Finally, break the paper and throw it in the trash, and pour the water through the desagu. This gesture not only symbolizes liberation, but also reminds you that you can turn tension into a bridge for growth. Your talisman color today is the deep violet, the color that fuses Jupiter's expansion with Saturn's structure. Take it in an accessory, a garment, or even a touch of makeup. This tone not only balances tension, but also attracts intuition and discipline, two forces that you will need today to navigate the day with grace. Capricorn, remember that tension is not an enemy. It is a reminder that you are living. Today, stay away from resistance and hold on to uncertainty. Every challenge is a seed, and every seed, if you take care of it, will blossom. Have a nice day, dear Capricorn. Subscribe to Cosmologica Lab so you don't miss the next video. Give it a like if it resonated with you, and let us know in the comments what you thought. See you in the next video.